Katherine C.H.E. Good day to you, good day to you. How are you? How are you? Very well, I thank you, very well, I thank you. Have a great day, have a great day. Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias, muy bien, gracias. Y usted, it's a good day to you. Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Very well, I thank you. Muy bien, gracias. Have a great day, have a great day. All right, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for joining in to have a little time of some music. So perhaps you can assist me and join in with me on the beats. So if you don't have an instrument, just clap your hands or stomp your feet or pat your knee, or you can use something like wooden spoons or metal spoons, or bang them together. But before you start banging things around the house, be sure to ask a grown-up what's okay to bang. Or I have a big old oatmeal container that I like to bang on like a drum, or I can use something like this, like a cardboard tube, like maybe something from the inside of a paper towel. Use your imagination. Sometimes I even get little rocks and tap them together. So I would love it if you would join in with me on the beat of this next song. And this next song has a silly name, and I wonder if you know what it means. This song is called Goober Peas. Now what do you suppose that is about? Nope. I just bet that you didn't get it right on the first guess. Goober peas is an old-timey nickname for peanuts. Now I know not everybody can eat peanuts, but that's what the song is about. It's about eating delicious goober peas on a summer day. So help me with the beat, please. Bum, 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 bum. Good. Bum, 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 bum. Good. Sitting by the roadside on a summer day, chatting with my playmates, passing time away, lying in the shadow underneath the trees. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas. Peas, 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 eating goober peas. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas. Good. Before the storm comes, the sun does take a bow. I say the clouds are coming, I hear the thunder now. I turn around and wonder, and what do you think I see? All my friends and family eating goober peas. Peas, 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 eating goober peas. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas. I think this song has lasted almost long enough. The subject's interesting, but the rhymes are kind of rough. Now that the storm is over, we're free from raging seas. So we'll jump into the waves and gobble goober peas. Peas, 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 gobble goober peas. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas. All right, great. Thank you. Thank you for your help with the beat on that song. So this next song is a song I wrote about this crazy, fun, beautiful area where we're all hanging out. And it has a nickname. Every little town has its own name, but this whole area has a nickname that some people like and some people don't. So we're doing nicknames. We had a nickname for the peanuts, goober peas, and now we're talking about the nickname for this area called the Hamptons. All right, so help me with a beat on this, please. All right, somebody use a spoon and my oatmeal thing. bow, 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 bow. Good, bow, 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 bow. Going to the beach or just taking a drive. Finally in the Hamptons, you know I've arrived. I'm in the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. Well, all week long I've been praying for some sun, 'cause when I'm in the Hamptons I just wanna have fun. I'm in the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. Party after party, band after band, I'm dancing with my friends right here in the sand. In the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. I've never seen so many stars shining in the sky, or just hanging on the beach, and you know that's why we're in the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. We got fancy cars, A-list movie stars, farm stands and hot bands, windmills, cheap thrills, billionaires, firemen's fairs. We got Martha, Madonna, and Uma too. We got McCartney, the Puffy, and what about you? Head out toward the sunrise on Route 27. Cross the canal, you'll arrive here in heaven. In the Hamptons. Going to the beach or just taking a drive. You're finally in the Hamptons, you know you've arrived. You're in the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. Oh, 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 yeah. All right. So I actually started that song, as you may or may not know. It's original life. It was intended for grown-ups, but the kids at my son's elementary school really picked up that song and ran with it. So I have now published a children's version. It's on my kids' CD. So, which it's available to stream free everywhere. Just Katherine C.H.E. and you'll find me. So, question. Who likes baseball? I was watching baseball today. One of my son's friends at the high school was at a national tournament, and that was really fun to watch. So it's this time of year. We don't get to go to the ball games, but we can watch them on TV, and we can think about times when we can go back to the games again. So this is a song about that. It's an old song, but you can help me with the beat. Bum, 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 bum. Good. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Take me out to the ball game, oh take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Bum, bum. That makes me think about going to the games. So many fun things we can do now. And I do love going to a baseball game. Who else likes doing that? So every time I sing songs, I like to do at least one song, both in English and in Spanish. And this is a song called Vamos a la Mar. And vamos is a really, really good word to know, Do you know what it means? It means let's go. Vamos, vamos. Vamos a la mar. Let's go to the sea. A la mar. La mar is the sea. And it's about eating yummy fish. Who likes fish? I love fish. I love all sorts of seafood. And it's pescado is fish. And it's in a sartén de palo, a bowl or a dish of wood. So here's the song, and I would love your assistance on this song, please. So what it is there's a little beat at the end of each line. So it goes, vamos a la mar, tun tun, a comer pescado, tun tun. That's it. At the end, when I say tun tun, you clap or beat a drum. So I'm going to beat this. How's that? Oh, I like this sound better. There we go. I'll start over. Vamos a la mar, tun tun, a comer pescado, tun tun, frito y asado, tun tun, en sartén de palo, tun tun. Let's go to the sea, tun tun, to eat yummy fish, tun tun, eat it fried or grilled, tun tun, in a wooden dish, tun tun. Vamos a la mar, tun tun, a comer pescado, tun tun, boca colorada, tun tun, frito y asado, tun tun. Let's go to the sea, tun tun, to eat yummy fish, tun tun, red mouth fish so tasty, tun tun, eat it fried or grilled, tun tun. Vamos a la mar, tun tun, a comer pescado, tun tun, vamos a nadar, tun tun, y vamos al sol, tun tun. Let's go to the sea, tun tun, to eat yummy fish, tun tun. Let's go swim and play, tun tun, and we'll take some sun, tun tun. Very good. So, did you learn a new word in Spanish, maybe that you didn't know before? Vamos means let's go. Pescado means fish. All sorts of great words to know. So this next song is a story song. It's a song that tells a story. And in this case, it's the true story of a young woman who was a hero. True story. Her name was Grace Darling, and she lived with her family in a lighthouse, or in the house beside the lighthouse. She was the daughter of the lighthouse keeper. At the time, there were no female lighthouse keepers. She was over in England. This was a long time ago. And there was a big storm, so the family was taking their turns on the watch to make sure that the light in the lighthouse stayed lit, and looking out at the sea as best they could to see what they could see if anybody was in trouble. And as the sun came up, she saw a shipwreck. So let me just say, because I'd love your help, there's a part where we yell out, help, help. But I want you to know that she and her father were able to save the crew. So that's what happens at the end of the story. But I'd love your help singing help, and I'll let you know when that comes. But just get ready. 'Twas on the long stone lighthouse there dwelt an English maid, pure as the air around her, of danger not afraid. One morning just at daybreak, a storm-tossed wreck she spied, and up spake brave Grace Darling, I'll save the crew, she cried. So she pulled away on the rolling sea, over the waters blue. Here we go. Help, help, you could hear the cry of the shipwrecked crew. But Grace had an English heart, and the raging storm she braved. Here we go again. Help, help, came the desperate yelp. They were still afloat. Very good. All right, here's more of the story. They to the rock were clinging, a crew of 9 all told. Between them and the lighthouse, the sea like mountains rose. Said Grace, come help me, Father, We'll launch the boat, said she. Her father cried, 'tis madness to face the raging sea. But she pulled away on the rolling sea, over the waters blue. Here we go! Help! Help! You could hear the cry of the shipwrecked crew. But Grace had an English heart, and the raging storm she braved again. Help! Help! Came the desperate yelp. They were still afloat. Alright, more of the story. One murmured prayer, heaven guard us, and then they were afloat. Between them and destruction, the planks of that frail boat. Then spake the maiden's father, return or doomed are we. But up spake brave Grace darling, alone I'll brave the sea. So she pulled away on the rolling sea, over the waters blue. Here we go! Help! Help! You could hear the cry of the shipwrecked crew. But Grace had an English heart, and the raging storm she braved. Here we go! Help! Help! Came the desperate yelp. They were still afloat. So this is the last part of the story. Here we go. They bravely rode the billows and reached the rock at length. They saved the storm-tossed sailors, in heaven alone their strength. Oh, tell the wide world over what English grit can do, and sing of brave Grace darling, who nobly saved the crew. When she what? When she pulled away on the rolling sea, over the waters blue. Here we go! Help! Help! You could hear the cry of the shipwrecked crew. But Grace had an English heart, and she knew how to handle a boat. Here we go! Help! Help! Came the desperate yelp again. Help! Help! Came the desperate yelp. One last time. Help! Help! Came the desperate yelp. They were still afloat. She pulled away o'er the raging sea, and the crew she saved. All right, yay for Grace darling, yay for all the heroes and the first responders. She was kind of a first responder of her day. So, a couple questions for you. Who likes to skip? I love to skip. And there's a secret to skipping, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And who else has ever had a seagull land on your beach towel? Maybe because you were eating some food. Particularly, what do seagulls love at the beach which you're eating? I've noticed they really love French fries and chips. Anything salty, probably the absolute worst things for the seagulls. But they do go after them. So I added a little verse about to this song that you probably will recognize about seagulls. And I've decided, it's taken me this long to figure out, but Skip to My Lou is the name of this song. And it's about when bad things happen, if you skip, you feel a lot better. I promise you. Try it. If you're sad, angry, whatever negative feeling, or lonely, if you skip, you'll feel better. I promise you. Just try it. All right. We had a skipping challenge in my family when my son was growing up. And if he got upset, I would say, "Oh, I bet you can't stay upset and skip." And he didn't believe it, but never once did he was he able to skip and stay upset. Okay, so Skip to My Lou. Perhaps you can help me with the beat again. Bum, 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 bum. Good, good. Lou, Lou, skip gonna do? Flies in the buttermilk, shoo, fly, shoo. Skip to my Lou, my darling. Oh, Lou, Lou. Skip to my Lou, 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 Lou. Skip to my Lou, 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 Lou. Skip to my Lou, skip to my Lou, my darling. Seagull on my towel, what'll I do? Seagull on my towel, shoo, gull, shoo. Seagull on my towel, what'll I do? Skip to my Lou, my darling. Lou, Lou. Skip to my Lou, Lou, Lou. Skip to my Lou, Lou, Lou. Skip to my Lou, skip to my Lou, my darling. Oh, that gull ate my fries, what'll I do? Gull ate my fries, what'll I do? Gull ate my flies, what'll I do? Skip to my Lou, my darling. Oh, Lou, Lou. Skip to my Lou, 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 Lou. Skip to my Lou, Lou, Lou. Skip to my Lou, skip to my Lou, my darling. Skip to my Lou, my darling. Alrighty, so next time the gull lands on your towel and eats your fries, you can feel better about it if you skip. So every now and then you might see me, if you see me at the beach, you might see me skipping down the beach. It's one of my very favorite things. So here's another song that's a story. And this is a story about an animal that you may have seen around here called a fox. And a fox is kind of like a medium-sized dog. It's a pointy nose and pointy ears and a long bushy tail. So maybe you've seen a fox running around here. They're really beautiful. And this is about a fox getting food for his family. So maybe you can help me with this song. Bum, 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 bum. Good. Well, the fox went out on a chilly night. He prayed for the moon to give him light, for he many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. No, town, no, town, no. He'd many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. No. Well, he ran till he came to a great big pen. The ducks and the geese were kept therein. A couple of you are gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. No, town, no, town, no. A couple of you are gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. No. You ever heard that phrase, grease my chin? But I guess it happens when you eat food sometimes. Your chin can get a little greasy. Well, he grabbed a gray goose by the neck and throwed a duck across his back. He didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down. No, down, no, down, no. He didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down. No. Alright, this was my favorite verse when I was a little girl because the silly name of the lady in it. Well, old Mother Flipper Flopper jumped out of bed, and out of the window she threw her head, crying, John, John, the gray goose is gone, and the fox is on the prowl. Oh, prowl, oh, prowl, oh, John, John, the gray goose is gone, and the fox is on the prowl. Oh. So Johnny ran to the top of the hill. He blowed his horn, but loud and shrill. Fox said he, I better run with my kill. They'll soon be on my tail. Oh, tail, oh, tail, oh. Fox said he, I better run with my kill. They'll soon be on my tail. Oh. So he ran till he came to his cozy den, and there were his little ones, 8, 9, 10, saying, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again. It must be a mighty fine town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. Daddy, Daddy, better go back again. It must be a mighty fine down. Oh, daddy, daddy, better go back again. It must be a mighty fine down. Oh. So the fox and his wife, without any strife, they cut up the goose with a carving knife. They never had such a feast in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. Oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a feast in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. Oh, they said, daddy, daddy, go back again. It must be a mighty fine down. Oh, they said, daddy, daddy, better go back again. It must be a mighty fine down. Oh, daddy, daddy, go back again, for it must be a mighty fine down. Oh. All right, so there's a little insight into the life of a fox and his family. So here is a song about water. It's about cold water. That's what the song is called, Cold Water, but I'm not a big fan. I'll drink cold water, but as far as swimming, I prefer warm water. Or a bath, I prefer warm water. A shower, so I added a verse about warm water. But the song itself started its life about cold water. And then I added, so which one do you prefer? Do you prefer cold or warm? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Cold water for me. There's nothing so pure and so free. I'll go to the beach and I'll go to the spring, and over the bubbles I merrily sing. Cold water, cold water, cold water, cold water for me. There's nothing like water to give the strength that we all need to live. I'll go to the brook and I'll go to the spring, and over the bubbles I merrily sing. Cold water, cold water, cold water, cold water for me. All right, so here's the verse I wrote about warm water. Warm water for me, for cold I do not like to be. I sit on the beach and I'll drink from the spring, and over the bubbles I merrily sing. Warm water, warm water, warm water, warm water for me. Alrighty. So I chose to sing that song because it mentions bubbles in it. And I like to wind things up with a song about bubbles. And if you have bubbles, you can blow them. And the word for bubbles in Spanish is my favorite word of all time. Favorite Spanish word is burbujas. Isn't that a cool word? Bubbles, 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 burbuja, buja, buja, bujas, burbuja, buja, buja, bujas. Bubbles, bubbles, I like to chase, 'cause bubbles, bubbles don't stay in one place. Bubbles, 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 burbuja, buja, buja, bujas, burbuja, buja, buja, bujas. Bubbles, bubbles, they don't stop. I can make them go pop, pop, pop. Bubbles, bubbles, they don't stop. Pop, 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 pop. Burbuja, buja, buja, bujas. Burbuja, buja, buja, bujas. Bubbles, bubbles, watch them float. Bubbles, bubbles, they get my vote. Bubbles, bubbles, everywhere. Bubbles, bubbles, and on my hair. Burbuja, buja, buja, bujas. Burbuja, buja, buja, bujas. Bubbles, bubbles, they're so clear, and their shape is like a sphere. On each one a little rainbow. I like to watch them go, go, go. Burbuja, buja, buja, goodness, you guys, time goes by so quickly when we're playing music and having fun. So I want to thank everybody at the East Hampton Library for hosting us, and thank each and every one of you for listening in and for helping out with the beat and for joining in. It's so much more fun when we play together. So I just want to say thank you. My name is Katherine C.H.E. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Gracias, 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 gracias. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thank you. All right, so whistling. Gracias, gracias. Thank you, gracias, gracias. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thank you. I thank you and you and you. Ooh. Thank you so much for joining in, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Bye for now.